Okay, we've got a match here against some guy obsessed with hentai and porno. I mean, all of his feeds have those pictures of girls and whatnot, so yeah, he's on C though. Come on, I can't pronounce it again. And he has a freaking Pachirisu lead, and I don't want to eat an electric move, but I just decided to go for hypnosis since it almost never misses on diamond when you have compound eyes and whatnot. So yeah, at this point I was thinking of going for Screech, but I thought he might switch, so I go for Pursue, and he freaking one turn wakes, and he freaking Thunder Waves me, which totally cripples my stupid Yanmega. I mean my Yanma. So I predict some kind of Thunderbolt and shit, and I got to my you're too slow because I can take it. And he Super Fangs because that's what Pachirisus do, and I set up my Stealth Rocks because that's what Sand Slash does. So now I just go with an Earthquake because hey, why not? And he decides to go with this Not a Bird. And yeah, apparently he named it that because those things can get early bird, and my Earthquake does like nothing because it's bulky. So yeah, now I'm just gonna go for an Earthquake, I mean a knockoff, just to see what he wants to do. But he decides to wish for my spikes to disappear, but that doesn't happen, and now I just stay in for an Earthquake because I don't want him to set up a sub in case it's a sub puncher with like Sucker Punch and whatnot. And he decides to go for a Body Slam, and he uses his baby to slam onto my spikes, which is like, what? That's child abuse. And he gets his wish, and apparently his wish is to kill the baby because it's so financially consuming and whatnot. So he decides to wish again, and I predict him wishing, so I go to my poke because it's like epic and whatnot. And my banded step return promptly one-shots that stupid bird, which is so a bird, and the bird sinks into the ground and becomes a submarine. Yay! So he sends out this thing that will bone me, and I thought, man, since he sent it in while I'm taunting, he might go for a sword stance or some shizzle like that. And he decides to predict a switch back to Yanma and use Aerial Ace, and I'm like, whoa! And he gets a freaking crit. So yeah, I decide to return here, and I one-shot that thing, and I'm like, yeah, Onish, how do you like that? And yeah, I'm owning so much. If he's getting owned by something that sleeps all day, how shameful is that? And then he sends out this thing, and I'm thinking, I might as well switch to a water resist. But then I realized I didn't have a water resist, so I'm like, okay, why didn't I pack a water resist? And he serves and kills me, which immediately tells me it's specs. And I go to my Earth Power because it is my special wall. And here I thought he might have some speed investments, so I figure it's probably worthwhile to Thunder Wave it. But hey, when will you Thunder Wave a defensive Pokemon when you can burn it? He serves and gets a crit again. Like, what the hell? Now my freaking Earth Power is gonna die, and I don't even get my wish up. So I wish that I have my surfboard, but the wish doesn't come true in time, and I die. So now I decide to send out my QT on stupid. I know it's a stupid move, shut up. And I set up my substitute, hoping for the freaking Parahex, but he doesn't get it. But I'm like, man, whatever, I have my wish, so I don't care. So at this point, I just keep subbing and hoping for the freaking Parahex, which never came at all. Like, what the hell, he's the king of hacks in this match. I swear he got so much hacks, it's not even funny. So he doesn't get Parahex, and at this point I was getting really pissed because, hey, he got so much hacks, and now all I'm asking for is a simple Parahex. And there it is, he got Parahex. And I don't have Hidden Power, Grass, or Electric, so I have to Shadow Ball. And look how much it does like nothing. And I don't get a special defense drop, which is like, no. So at this point I figure it's quite pointless to keep subbing, so I just Shadow Ball it again, and I don't get a special defense drop again, and he serves me again, and I die again because I played stupid again. So now I decide to send out my Yanma because I have Screech and whatnot, and yeah, my Screech I don't think it can miss with the compound eyes, and he gets Parahex, which is like, lol, now I get to keep my Sash. But no, I get freaking Parahex, and I'm thought, yeah, whatever, I'm just gonna U-turn and KO that thing. And I've get freaking Parahex twice in a freaking row, and it takes so long for him to get Parahex twice, like what the hell. So I figure, you know, he still has the -2, I'm just gonna send out my you're too slow, and because he's you're too slow, I KO it because he's you're too slow, and yeah, stuff. Yeah, retarded narrations, whatever. So he's gonna send out that what he's gonna send out again, I kinda forgot. Oh, he sends out this sweet and spicy, which I thought is a Blaziken because Jimmy influence, but he decides to bug buzz me and gets a crit again, even though this one really didn't matter because it's life orb and stuff. So now I figure I'm gonna send out my Rapidash and Flabber's that thing to fiery hell, and that's exactly what I do. And all he has left is a Pachirisu and a guy that I don't know, and he's gonna send out that Pachirisu, which makes me think that he didn't have a fire resist. And now I'm thinking, you know, I'm Scarf, I can Flabber's that thing to hell, there's nothing he can do about it, but he decides to have Endure, like, oh no, how dare. And he has a Select Berry to top it off, so I'm not really sure if I can outspeed, but I do, which is like, yes, provided his last guy gets one-shotted by my Flabber's, I can actually turn the tide with fire. And then he sends out this Hentai, which is adult only, and I'm like, oh, come on, give me a freaking break. And even with Stealth Wrong, my Flabber's can't even do half damage, like, what the hell. And then he decides to be a jerk and use Reflect, and I mean, come on, you already won the freaking match. I'm choice logged into Flabber's. Why are you doing all this stuff to annoy me? And my Flabber's does like that. That's like the first time it's ever happened to me. And then he decides to get all calm because he's won and he's trying to taunt me. So yeah, my Flabber's doesn't get a crit at all, and I die when he uses a hidden power, which I have no idea what type it is. Probably fighting, but whatever. So bad game on Ondician. And yeah, hopefully I don't appear in his porno stuff and whatnot. And yeah, good game.